the most ambitious construction project in human history. No human being has ever set foot on Mars. SpaceX is planning to change that by 2029. That is not a headline from a science fiction movie. That is the official target date published by SpaceX, the same company that already launched astronauts to the International Space Station, landed rockets backward on drone ships in the middle of the ocean, and built the tallest rocket in human history. Everything they said was impossible, they did, and now they are pointing at Mars. Everyone thinks going to Mars is the hard part. Getting there is a solved problem. What Elon is actually trying to build on the surface is the most ambitious construction project in the history of the human race. Mars sits an average of 140 million miles from Earth. At its closest point, a one-way trip takes 6 months. There are no gas stations along the way, no emergency landings, no rescue missions. Once you leave, you are committed. And when you arrive, Mars does not make it easy. The average surface temperature is negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide, completely unbreathable. Atmospheric pressure is less than 1% of Earth's. Without a pressurized suit, the human body cannot survive more than a few seconds on the open surface. Elon Musk's response to every single one of those problems is not, "We will figure it out later." He has a specific technical solution to each one already in development. And the plan does not stop at landing. The stated goal is a self-sustaining city of 1 million people on Mars, built entirely from the resources Mars already has. This is how he plans to do it. The rocket that makes it possible. Before SpaceX, every rocket ever launched was thrown away after one use. The fuel cost alone made regular trips to Mars financially impossible for any country or company on Earth. Elon solved that problem first. Starship is SpaceX's fully reusable rocket system, 121 meters tall, making it the tallest rocket ever built. Both the booster and the spacecraft itself land back on the launch pad and fly again. The same vehicle that carries 100 tons of cargo to Mars comes back, refuels, and launches again. SpaceX has already caught the Super Heavy booster back on the launch tower with mechanical arms after flight, something no rocket program in history has ever done. You think reusable rockets are just a cost-saving trick. Reusability is the entire reason a Mars colony is financially possible at all. Elon's target is to bring the cost of sending 1 ton of cargo to Mars down to $100,000, eventually making a ticket to Mars cost around the price of a house. That price only works if the same rocket flies hundreds of times. Earth and Mars align close enough for an efficient trip only once every 26 months. SpaceX calls these launch windows and plans to use every single one. The model works in 3 stages. First, uncrewed cargo ships land on Mars carrying supplies, power systems, and fuel production equipment. Second, once infrastructure is confirmed working, the first humans follow. Third, every launch window, more ships arrive, more people come, and the colony grows. The first uncrewed Starship missions to Mars are targeted for 2026. The first humans as early as 2029. Not a visit, a permanent expansion. Staying alive. How you build a city on Mars. Radiation on Mars will kill you slower than the cold, but more certainly than almost anything else on the surface. With no magnetic field and almost no atmosphere to absorb it, cosmic radiation and solar particle events hit Mars constantly. Astronauts on the International Space Station absorb about 50 millisieverts of radiation per year, already above safe limits for the general public. On the Mars surface, without shielding, that number is over 200 millisieverts annually. Long-term exposure at that level significantly increases cancer risk. You think building on Mars means constructing glass domes on the surface like science fiction always shows. Every serious Mars architect says the opposite. You build underground. Mars regolith, the loose dirt covering the entire surface, is one of the best radiation shields available. Habitats buried under just a few meters of packed regolith absorb enough radiation to bring exposure down to manageable levels. 3D printing robots using Mars dirt mixed with binding agents can construct underground structures before the first human ever lands, so the base is ready and waiting on arrival. Air comes from electrolysis, splitting Mars water ice into hydrogen and oxygen. Water ice has been confirmed at the Mars poles and in underground deposits across the planet. Oxygen produced this way supplies both breathing air and rocket propellant. Fuel for the return trip is produced on Mars using a chemical process called the Sabatier reaction, combining carbon dioxide from the atmosphere with hydrogen extracted from water ice to produce methane, which is exactly the propellant Starship runs on. Crews never need to bring return fuel from Earth. Food grows in pressurized underground greenhouses using hydroponics, no soil required. Power comes from large solar arrays on the surface backed by compact nuclear reactors similar to NASA's Kilopower project, providing consistent electricity even during global dust storms that can block sunlight for months. Every resource a Mars colony needs can be produced from what Mars already has. 1 million people and why it has to happen. 1 million people. That is not a rough vision. That is Elon Musk's specific, publicly stated minimum for a self-sustaining Mars colony. The number is not arbitrary. Below 1 million people, a single catastrophic failure, a disease, a power system collapse, a cutoff from Earth resupply could wipe out the entire colony. At 1 million, the population carries every skill, every profession, every manufacturing capability it needs to survive and rebuild independently of Earth. The colony becomes a civilization. Most people hear Elon wants to colonize Mars and think this is a billionaire's ego project. His stated reason is the survival of the human species. Every civilization in human history has eventually collapsed. The Roman Empire, ancient Egypt, the Mayans, every one of them. Earth itself has faced 5 mass extinction events. An asteroid 66 million years ago wiped out 75% of all species on the planet in a geological instant. That same threat exists today. A species that lives on only one planet is one catastrophic event away from being gone permanently. A species on 2 planets is not. Elon calls Mars a backup drive for human civilization. The same logic you use when you back up your phone before something goes wrong. The first uncrewed Starship Mars missions target 2026, first humans targeting 2029, a functional colony in the 2030s, 1 million people within 50 to 100 years. Every piece of this plan, the rocket, the fuel production on Mars, the underground habitats, the radiation shielding, the food systems, the power supply, uses technology that either already exists or is being built right now. Humanity has never attempted anything at this scale, and if it works, it will be the most important thing our species has ever done. Drop a comment. Do you think Elon actually pulls this off? And if this is the kind of content you want every week, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and don't forget to also hit that ring bell button for notifications every time I post.